But whoa, there are people who for some godforsaken reason have superpowers and swords. And they walk around and they gloat and they talk about honor. And they pretend they hate your ass, Billy! They want you to die! But they're not gonna do anything about it because they're too busy stroking each other's swords and just talking about swords. That's the point of it. The problem with Bleach, everybody fights, but nobody's dying. The only way that someone dies is if they're in a flashback. Father that died, brother that died, or sister that died, or mother that died. If the only way there can be actual consequence, which leads to mine the same problem as Vampire Knight. If the only thing interesting that happened 15 years ago, show that. Or else. How do you even talk about Bleach? Because you're dead. You're a ghost. So you get ghost powers. But you can still die. You can still bleed. And then what happens? You're shown in a flashback. But nobody in Bleach even takes the fight seriously. That's the ridiculous part. There's always someone hiding their true power, hiding the other form of their sword. Their sword is gonna go Super Saiyan or Nigel Fox or whatever the hell you wanna call it. It doesn't matter. Bum juice is what I call it for my first album. It's just sword explosion. No one takes the fight seriously. Well, I'm gonna untie my arm from behind my back. I'm going to take the bells out of my hair. I'm gonna stop bouncing on this fishbowl. I'm going to stop reading. I'm going to take off the roller skates and throw. Who trains like this? Name one eccentric idiot who makes sense in this show. Because the issue with these shows, the issue with the shonen that never end, that go on and on forever, they're these cash cows made up by the manga industry. Someone pulls along Bleach, this giant cow, and it turns out this really awesome glass of milk. And they pass it around. Everyone says, this milk is awesome. I hope this cow lives on forever.